Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Stoner Talk Podcast. This is going to be episode, I think 38. I'm not even sure, to be honest. I don't even remember. I haven't really been uploading because, like I said in the last episode, I've been trying to work on making music, right? I've been trying to work on a new album. I currently have, So, I'm trying to make a new album. I currently have 5 songs that are done, completed already, and then I have 2 songs that are in the works right now. So like I have the lyrics, I have the lyrics, I have the freaking beat, the drums down. I just need to figure out the notes, like the melody, samples, and everything. Right? It's kind of hard. I've been struggling. So, that's been my main project that I've been trying to work on. Sorry, like I'm saying, I recently released an album called Zero Likes, Zero Plays, Zero Followers, out now on all streaming platforms. YouTube Music, Apple Music, Spotify, Shazam, Deezer, Pandora, wherever you listen to music. And then I'm trying to make another album. So I'm 5 songs into this album, halfway. And then I'm trying to get, like I'm saying, 10 songs. So I have 5 that I've done. And then I have like fucking 2 that I'm working on. And it's just been hard. I've been stuck. I've been trying to focus more on working out. But I've been pretty sore, pretty tired. So I've just been like, fuck. It's just been like, I've been kind of stressed out because I feel like I should be stronger than what I am. I should be more muscular than what I am. But it's like, fuck, sometimes you gotta rest and heal, that's the hard part. So currently right now it's 11:51 p.m. and it's currently, what's the weather? Let's see. It is currently 56 degrees out here. And that might not be cold for some of you that are watching or listening. But for me, here in Southern California, I am cold as fuck. I'm dying. I literally have 2 sweaters on. I have a fucking beanie on, right? Have a fucking thick sweater. So I'm just going to be out here chilling for a bit. Just chilling, right? So one of the main thing, I guess, today's going to be one of those episodes where I'm by myself. Me and Brian were supposed to record, but one day he was busy and our schedules didn't line up, so we had to reschedule. And then yesterday we were supposed to record something, but I fell asleep, dude. So Brian, if you're watching this, sorry, my bad, dog. But yeah, we didn't end up recording anything yesterday. We were gonna record something, but today I'm just like, fuck it. Today's a very, very important day, right? So most of you watching, you guys know that I am a fucking red-blooded, freedom-loving American, right? And I am a avid, fucking very vocal, avid Trump supporter. I'm a huge fan of Trump. I think he should, I want him to be president, right? I want him to win. So I'm a huge fan of Trump. I want him to win. And then currently, let's go ahead and look at the thing. So this is going to be a political episode, by the way. So if you're not a fan of politics, you're not really a huge fan of Napescape solo episodes like this one right here, you might want to I probably should have done this in a different place, huh? I'm kind of thinking that, like, I should have done this in a different setting. And it's kind of like a pink tablecloth with a pink background with my brown skin with my burgundy sweater. It's not really a good combo. So it's kind of bad. Okay, so currently, right now, the prediction markets, right? The official U.S. 2024 U.S. presidential election. Currently, Trump is at 267 electoral college votes with 68,654,143 votes. Kamala Harris is at 224 electoral votes with 63,558,470 votes. So it's kind of a close race. Trump is in the head by 24, 3. He's like 43 points ahead of Kamala Harris, right? He's at 267. He needs 270 to win. So it looks like Trump is most likely going to be winning this one. But I feel like the Democrats are going to do some bullshit like they did in 2020, right? So I am a firm believer that the 2020 presidential election was 100% stolen, bro. I 100% believe that there was foul play and something went wrong or whatever the fuck, and then they ended up stealing the election. So I do think Trump should have won the 2020 election. But, I feel like they stole it. So maybe it was for the best, too, because right now that our country is on the brink of war, civil war with other countries, probably for the best that we have Donald Trump now than in 2020, right? But, so my prediction is, I feel like I've been saying, if you're watching my podcast, I've been saying for a while that I think Kamala Harris is going to win. only because I feel like the Democrats were gonna be cheating. Like they do always do some cheating bullshit. They always do that shit, right? That's why I feel like the Democrats were gonna win. So it's probably gonna be like a. I'm not really gonna do like an election like breakdown or anything like that. But like I'm saying, it's kind of a solo episode. So I'm like, I haven't really been doing any solo episodes in a while. So I've been wanting to do one. Especially if you watch me, like if you've been watching my podcast, something that I talk about a lot is I feel like it's important, like if you're gonna be able to record, not to rely on other people, because like let's say I wanted to do an election podcast with Brian or whoever the fuck, or John or whoever. Shout out John if you're watching this, love you, dog. So like let's say I wanted to do one, and then what the fuck, my shit's wet. Fuck. Whatever. I'll use another one. I'll let that one dry and I'll use another. My Swisher that I opened up was wet. I didn't realize the table was wet and I ended up wetting the fuck out of it. So hopefully this one will stay dry. But yeah, I feel like you can't rely on too many people, because imagine if I wanted to record an episode with Brian or John about the election or whatever the fuck, and then they weren't able to. So it's always like, imagine if I didn't record an episode, like I wanted to and I just didn't. Like that's some pussy shit right there, you know. So I feel like it's always important to remind myself. Well, I'm talking about like me in this case. It's important for me to remind myself that like you got to get used to just doing shit by yourself, bro. You know, like sometimes you can't get too comfortable. Dude, this one's wet as well. What the fuck is going on here? What the fuck? That's so weird. The tablecloth. I literally just set it right now. Set everything up. And then if you can tell, like I'm not really set up this episode, so normally I'll have like 2 blunts rolled up or something like that. And I'll just smoke them and have the drinks ready and shit. So technically I have the drinks ready. It's not that hard to set up a drink. But just the blunt. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna touch that bitch out. So yeah, it's like, oh, that was horrible. I literally just got off of work right now, you know. I work at 2:30 to 11. That's my shift, my PM shift. I got off of work at 11. Got home around 11:20. I was just chilling for a bit in my house, just looking at my phone, looking at the news. It was like 11:40, and I was like, you know what, I should just record. Like I've been wanting to record. I haven't recorded anything yet, right? So I've been wanting to record, and I'm just like, fuck it, I might as well. Wait, actually, let me check. One thing is, I started going to a new dispensary. Normally, I go to dispensaries that are by my house. I look for whichever one has like the strongest herb. That's like the best taste, like best quality, basically. That doesn't really fuck me over. It's not too strong. I look for like the place with the best herb for the best deals, right? So the place that I was going to recently, they had a thing that was like an eighth of top shelf for 20 grams. I'm sorry, an eighth of top shelf for $20, right? So I was like, that's pretty cool. That's what I've been doing. And I feel like I've mentioned this in my podcast before, that I feel like when I have a lot of weed, so like if I have, let's say I'm picking up 14 grams, let's say I'm picking up 28 grams, I'm more likely to just smoke and not really monitor or moderate myself. Or like, let's say I have 28 grams and I pick them up, like let's say I spent however much money on it. I'm the type of person where I'll be rolling 2-3 blunts every day, you know, and I'll probably smoke that shit in a week. Probably in a couple of days, it'll take me. So I feel like it's better for me to pick up in small quantities, and then I kind of like moderate myself, right? So like, wait, hold on, give me a second. I don't like people watching me lick the blunt, because I always feel like people are like, dude, this dude's like fucking French kissing that shit, you know? But I feel like you gotta get it nice and wet, especially the tips, the edges of the blunt. Actually, you know what? If you guys don't know how to roll a blunt, I'll teach you real quick. So basically, you want to have the Swisher. It's not a good example because I already split this one. You want to split it, open it up, get rid of the tobacco. Unless you like keeping the tobacco, which I like to do sometimes. Once you have it opened up, it's gonna be like a little just the leaf, I guess. I'm using a Swisher, so it's obviously very fake. It's not good to smoke. And then you kind of want to lick the edges. So like the edges, if you can kind of tell, they're kind of like, I don't know if you can see it, but they're kind of coming apart. They're not like exactly put together. So what I'm going to do is just lick them up and make sure they're stuck together. And I'm going to make sure they're wet enough so that when it's time for me to roll up the blunt, I can just easily stick them together. but dry enough that I'm not ruining the consistency of the blunt. So I'm not even high right now, and I said I was gonna be talking about the election and shit, and I'm over here like fucking teaching you how to roll a blunt. So basically, let me move this shit. Basically, once you have the fucking shit licked up and good, it's gonna be like a little taco shell, and you want to pour in as much weed as you want. So normally for me, I feel like you should go at least 1.5 grams. If you want like a good fat blunt that's like solid, you're able to hold it in your hand without it like collapsing or falling in on itself. But since I'm gonna be smoking by myself, I'll be doing a little bit less. So like right now it's just me by myself, so I'm gonna probably do maybe half a gram, or maybe like a little bit more, less than half a gram. And I'm gonna roll it short and kind of fat because I like those type of blunts. I feel like when you roll like a chode blunt, it like the hits that you get are way like smoother than if you roll a fucking long blunt that's kind of, I don't know, I feel like the burnout is obviously a lot quicker, but I feel like the hits are a little bit smoother. So for me, since I'm smoking by myself right now, I'm gonna roll this little chode blunt. But like if you can tell, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. How would I do it? I basically put half the weed in there. So I didn't fill up the whole thing. I have that whole little extra section at the end that I fill up, but I'm choosing not to because obviously I'm gonna smoke by myself, and I'll probably be able to smoke the whole thing. Like if I filled it up all the way to the end, I would be able to smoke it definitely for sure, 100%. But since I'm fucking like by myself, I just want to like play it by ear. You know, if I feel like rolling another one, I'll roll another one. But once you have it like nice and packed, you kind of want to make sure it's evenly spread, because if it's like too much on one end, it'll be lumpy as fuck. So you want to make sure you kind of like even it out, so it's like evenly. So like you want to make sure it's evenly spaced out. You don't want it to be like lumpy as fuck where you have a big pile here, so no weed right here, a big pile here. You kind of want it like consistent, right, all the way through. So once you have that, you kind of want to push the edges of the paper together, right? So you're not really rolling, but you're kind of like pinching the top part, because the weed itself should be able to fill up the space of the blunt and kind of gives it that little curve. So then once you do that, you want to make sure you kind of pinch them together. You kind of like pinch the top part. Now you want to start sealing, right? So all you're gonna really need is your saliva. You want to lick that shit. You don't want to do too much because you don't want your shit to be super wet, but you don't want to do too little because if not, it's not going to stick or it'll fall apart when you're smoking it. So you got to find out like what's the right amount of saliva to use on your blunt. And then for me, I don't like people watching me, but I mean, fuck it. So you're not supposed to like get in there, right? You're supposed to fucking just like little like that looks weird. I'm sorry, but you're kind of like, you just want to get the thing wet. Like basically like if you're having sex, like you just got to give it a couple little licks, get it wet, so it's like easier for you to use, right? Or easier to perform, I don't know, or to perform your duty, I guess. I don't know, that's the best way to say it. Fuck, you see, like this one I didn't lick it enough, because now it's coming apart, and that's because I was trying to be like, you know, like generous with that shit. So I'm gonna have to lick this more. That's crazy, bro. I got sidetracked. It's supposed to be like my election episode, and I'm talking about fucking rolling blunts. But basically, I started going to a new dispensary. So I normally go get an eighth. So I'm going back to that. I normally get like an eighth for 20 and a top shelf, and that's pretty good. Because if I have too much, I'll just be rolling a bunch of blunts. But I started going to actually Stizzy. So shout out to John. But when John came over, he had a Stizzy pen, and he had herb that he picked up from Stizzy. So I don't know how much this motherfucker picked up, but he had like a lot of shit that he got from Stizzy. And after I guess he got Brian to go to Stizzy, right? So obviously Brian's his fucking brother, Brian, the one that's on this podcast. So he got Brian to go to Stizzy, and then after that, Brian said it was cool. He told me I should check it out. So I checked it out, and I'm like, I'm kind of iffy on it, because the price is good. The price is good. The quantities are good. So like for me, what I normally get, I'm saying, what I normally get is an eighth for $20. And then this place, Stizzy, they have, what is it? I think they have like A's for, I don't know, for like, I don't even know how much, maybe like $10-15. And then they have herbs, so 7 grams for it was The first one I got was like $30. This one that I picked up was $35. So I'm like, oh no, I'm sorry, 7 grams. It's not an eighth. It's 7 grams. Oh yeah, I said 7 grams, right? So it was 7 grams for this one that I got was $35. So I'm like, dude, that's literally like about the same as the other place that I go to. And then the quality is pretty good. It's pretty strong. Like I'll hit that shit, and then like usually a couple minutes later, I'm like, oh fuck, like yo, that shit's hitting me. And it's usually fuck, I'm spilling all this shit. And then usually it's like a good high. You know, I'm chilling. Usually feel pretty good. So when you're rolling blunts, you kind of want to make sure you're using solid pieces, because when you use like if you grind it too fine, it's gonna be kind of like coming out when you're trying to smoke it. It's gonna get in your fucking mouth. And then if you have solid pieces, like not too big, not too little, like it's more forming, like it has like a form, I guess, kind of holds that shit in place. But anyway, so I started going to Stizzy, right? And then their prices are good, the quality of the weed is good. But the thing I don't like is the flavors that they have, because a lot of the weed they have is like fruity. So it's like the one I got last time was a blueberry acai. This time I got grape power, like that. You know, it's like very fruity. But it's like to the point where it doesn't even smell like weed. So like right here I have some of it ground up. So this is all I have left in my grinder. Where's the camera at? I don't even know. Where's the shit? Is it over here? Over here, over here. Is it up there? Oh, it's up there. Actually, so this is all I have left. The quality is pretty good. It's like nice and chirpy, nice and, you know, it's like lemony, but it just doesn't even smell like weed at all anymore. It literally smells like grape candy, and I'm like, that's cool. Like I like grape a lot. That's probably my favorite flavor. I always get grape swishers. You know, always smoke. Always. Oh, actually, I don't drink grape actually, but I always smoke grape swishers. So grape is my favorite flavor. But I'm like, bro, what the fuck are they putting in this shit that it doesn't even taste like weed no more? It literally just tastes like grape candy. So I'm like, I like Stizzy, quality's good, the fucking prices are good, but fucking that shit just like, it's just like fake as fuck, bro. I don't know what the fuck they're putting in that shit. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep going to Stizzy, but shout out Stizzy for right now. Their shit's pretty good, you know. I haven't picked up a pen. I'm not a huge fan of their pens, but the herb that I've been getting, it's quality's good, but it just kind of trips me out, right? So I'm gonna check the election results one more time. So it's currently November 6th, 12:07 a.m., right? So I literally just got off of work not that long ago. So it's early Tuesday morning, literally, or I'm sorry, early Wednesday morning, right? Early Wednesday. And we still don't have the results. So it's basically the same thing. So Trump is at 267 electoral votes with 68,860,118 votes. And then Kamala Harris is at 224 electoral votes with 63,768,307 votes. So it's still pretty close, but it pretty much looks like Trump's going to win this one. And then I'm pretty sure the Democrats are going to be doing some bullshit where, oh my God, we found these 600,000 ballots in this fucking state, right? Oh my God, I guess Trump didn't win after all, you know? So if Trump wins, it'll be a fucking miracle. Obviously, like I'm saying, I'm a Trump supporter. I want Trump to win. But if he doesn't, like, shit, you know, whatever. And then plus there's like a lot of people doing live streams, right? So I was watching the fucking Timcast live stream. I was watching the fucking Daily Wire live stream, and I was like, oh shit, they're literally like crossing, they're like on each other's live streams and shit. It's pretty weird. And then I was just like, damn, what if I just did like a video, you know, an election video? But obviously I'm not like a political news analyst. I'm not like a journalist or whatever the fuck. So I'm like, my cup is frozen. That's so crazy. So I'm just gonna do what I can, you know. So today, or yesterday I should say, was election day, right? And I was in line. I had a busy morning yesterday morning, because today technically it's already tomorrow. That was a weird sentence. I had a busy day yesterday morning because today is technically already tomorrow. So yesterday, November 5th in the morning, election day, right? Tuesday. I was fucking, I went to the gym. I woke up like at 8, went to the gym. I got out by like 9:30, I think. After that, I went home. My mom needed to go to the store. So me and her went to the store. So I went to the gym, went to the store with my mom. and we want to go eat breakfast. I bought breakfast for her, brunch. Me and her, we ate. And after that, I want to go vote. So I had a fucking busy morning. But the voting took fucking forever, though. Basically, um, I was in line for like an hour and a half, basically. Almost an hour and a half. And then there was this couple that was behind me. It was like a couple and there's like a family, basically. A couple and their son. So the son was probably my age, in his early 20s. And then the couple looked a little bit older. Like probably like 40s, 50s. And then I remember, like, dude, I was waiting in line and I had my earphones in. I was listening to Ben Shapiro's podcast. Shout out Ben Shapiro. I feel like Ben Shapiro for me is probably like one of my most trusted like news sources, right? Like when COVID was going on, I was fucking watching Ben Shapiro. When the elections was going on, I was watching Ben Shapiro. When fucking COVID, or I said COVID, when the war was going on, Israel and all that shit, I was watching Ben Shapiro. So I feel like I really trust Ben Shapiro. Obviously, I watch other shit, not just him. Watch Left Wing, like, you know, ABC, NBC, CNN, whatever the fuck. I've subscribed to all of them on YouTube. And then I also watch like middle people, right? So like I guess Tim Cass is like the biggest one that I watch right now. I don't really watch like anything else really. And then I watch like right wing shit, like Jordan Peterson, Daily Wire, Daily Caller, fucking shit like that, right? So I guess like Tim Pool would be like the go to, right? If something's going on. I'm sorry, Ben Shapiro would be like my go to. If something's going on, I'll probably watch his shit first because I really want to go, like, I want the facts of what's going on, you know? And then I'll watch like see what CNN, ABC, and all that shit are posting. But yeah, I would say Ben Shapiro is like the my top source. But anyways, so I was in line. I was in line to go vote, and it was fucking taking forever. And then, so there's a family behind me, older couple, and their young son or son who's like my age, and this guy did not shut the fuck up, bro. Literally for like, I was in line for an hour and a half. There was not like 5 minutes where this dude was fucking quiet, dude. He did not shut the fuck up. Just talking to his mom about this, talking to his mom about that, talking to his mom about this, and I was just like, dude, that must be what it's like to have fucking healthy relationship with your parents. It was fucking making me angry. Nah, I'm just joking around. But I was like, dude, I'm literally trying to listen to this podcast, and I can hear this fool just fucking yapping and fucking yapping, bro. Like at one point, he's talking about Kanye. Oh, Kanye West, he's anti-Semitic, which he kind of is technically. You know, with that Hitler bullshit, that was a little bit too far. He's like, Kanye West is anti-Semitic. That's why he got taken down. He lost money. Oh, and this girl he's dating now is always naked. And then this guy had, and this happened with this. And then this is happening over here. Remember when I was a kid? And then mom would do that. And then dad would tell me this. And then this. And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up, bro. You're a fucking grown man. And you're fucking gossiping like a bitch, dude. Like, I was so fucking annoyed, bro. I was listening to my podcast. I was able to watch Ben Shapiro's whole podcast, and the whole time, dude, I'm literally fucking hearing this dude just fucking yap. I was like, dude, shut the fuck up, bro. I guess for me, like, I'm not exactly a person who can, like, talk to people for a long amount of time. Like, usually, I get bored of conversation. I mean, if it's, like, stupid shit, you're talking about, like, I shouldn't. I don't know. I shouldn't. I shouldn't really say that. Not like because it's a bad thing, but I just get bored of conversation. Like a lot of times, I feel like people just like to talk about themselves. Like there's times where I'll be at work and this person will be like, "Hey, dude, like my cousin was doing," and I'm like, "Dude, like, I barely even give a fuck about you, bro. Like you're telling me about your cousin. Like, come on, bro. Like not to be rude, but come on, dude. Like chill, dude. I really don't care, you know." And I'm just giving like an example. I'm not trying to call anybody out or anything like that. That's just like, you know, sometimes it's like that, dude. Like you're at the gym and like this guy's like, "Oh yeah, bro, like I was at, you know, like doing this and I was doing that," and I'm like dude, like okay, yeah, that's cool, bro, but I'm fucking trying to work out and shit, you know? So I'm not a huge fan of conversation, but if it's like, you know, I'm off of work, you know, I got out of work, I worked out in the morning, whatever the fuck. Like my shit's over. I did everything I needed to do. Time to like chill, you know, drink, smoke, you know, maybe Brian's here, John's here, or like friends or whatever, coworkers even sometimes. It's like, yo, like now it's like, yo, I'm chilling, I'm feel good. Like let's fucking talk, bro. Let's talk about life right now. Tell me about your cousin. Tell me about you. Tell me about anything right now. But no, there's a time and a place, bro. There's a time and a place. But yeah, dude, I was behind this fucker in line. That fool did not shut the fuck up once, dude. Like I could probably tell you his first, middle, and last name, where he lives, dude. I could probably tell you his fucking Visa, his credit card number, shit, dude. Like, dude, there's some people who just fucking overshare every fucking little thing, dude. And I don't know, dude. So I feel like that's kind of one problem I have. It's not like I'm antisocial, not like I'm an extrovert or an introvert. Or I'm sorry. It's just like sometimes I think conversations are boring, especially if it goes nowhere, especially if it's about nothing. Like that's kind of the worst type of conversation to have, dude. Okay. Let me check one more time. That's kind of irrational, but I just keep checking because you don't know when they're gonna update it. So let's see. Still the same. That's crazy. Techniques. So yeah, it's still the same. So yeah, we'll see. So Trump just needs 3 points to win. Basically, he's already winning the popular vote. He's winning the electoral college. So we'll see what happens. When I was like a teenager in high school, 2016, that was the year that Trump obviously won he won the presidency, right? He was president. And I remember everybody came out against him, right? And I remember at the time I was only subscribed to the news channels like CNN, ABC, what was the other, Inside Edition, right? I subscribed to like those three and then other ones that were all left wing. And I didn't realize they were all left wing. But I remember like every single thing was Trump does this, Trump does that, Trump does that, Trump does this. And I was like, dude, fucking Trump, dude. I remember I had a friend over. We were making songs, and then like in the song we were like making fun of Donald Trump, like, oh Trump, you're a fucking bitch and shit, laughing about it and shit like that. And then like I remember like one time I was having a conversation with my brother. So hey, shout out my brother. I love you, dog. I know you'll never in your fucking life watch this shit, but I love you with all my heart, man. So that was kind of random, but I love my brother. But anyway, so I remember once I was talking with my brother, and he was telling me like, hey, why do you hate Trump, man? And I'm like, he's fucking stupid. He's dumb. Fuck him. He's like, dude, like Trump's good. And I'm like, dude, you're fucking stupid. Like, you like Trump? And my brother's like, damn, like you call me stupid? You don't have nothing else to say or what? And I was just like, And I remember like we talked about it again later. And then I don't think I ever apologized to him, actually. I feel really bad about this. And we were talking about it again later, and he told me like, dude, like the shit you're hearing about Trump, it's not true, bro. Like you're not seeing the bigger picture. You're not seeing what's really going on. Like you're only watching this side. You're not watching the full side. He's like, watch these people, watch this guy, like listen to this guy, listen to this guy. And I was checking out what he was saying, and I'm like, wait a minute, like what they're saying is the fucking complete opposite of what these people are saying. Like these people are saying that Trump is Hitler, Trump is gonna kill everybody, Trump's gonna cause World War III, he's a liar, he's a cheater, he's a manipulator. And these people are saying like, yo, this is going on, this is going on, this is going on. And then like, how do I explain it? They're basically saying like, okay, like the best example I could give is like, remember when what was it, when they did that, I can't even, I'm so sorry, I'm so high right now. I could probably look it up on my phone, but I'm like, I'm too lazy right now. When they did that airstrike or whatever the fuck in some fucking place, and they killed the leader and shit, and then dude, that's so vague, but basically like Trump killed the leader of ISIS, I think, and then they're like, oh my god, Trump is gonna cause World War III or some shit like that. And after like nothing really happened after that, right? And then they did like some sort of strike back on the U.S. air base that was in like whatever country. And then after they're like, oh my god, like these many service people were hurt, like Trump's gonna like cause World War III, he's gonna cause people to suffer. And then after like you watch the right wing, and it's like, well then well, if you actually look at the facts, it's like these people called the air base or whatever the fuck, let them know in advance that they're gonna do some sort of air raid, and then they gave the people enough time to move like all the soldiers out of that area so that they're able to do the air raid. So on their side, it looks like, hey, we're attacking these military bases, but in reality, it's like, hey, we're gonna tell these people that we're gonna attack so that they move, because we know that if we start killing American soldiers, that America's gonna come and like fuck us up, So they're doing like bitch shit, and then like the media was trying to make it seem like, oh my god, like Trump's escalating conflict or some shit like that, and he ended up like backing down. Nothing ever happened from it. And then basically there was like some servicemen that were injured or some shit, like concussions or something like that. I don't even remember what exactly what. It was so many years ago. I don't even remember what year it was. Like I'm pretty sure there's like news pundits who can describe it better than I can. But that was my first experience of like, wait, like these people are saying that Trump is causing World War III, and then these people are saying that Trump attacked like ISIS and killed their leader or some shit, and then they fucking back down, or he attacked some terrorist group or some shit like that, and then they didn't end up retaliating, you know. So I was like, oh shit, like that's actually a good thing, you know. Like it's a good thing that like we're attacking these people and that they're not doing shit back because these people are evil, right? So it's like, whoa, what the hell? Like what's going on here? So yeah, shout out to my fucking older brother, bro. That fool literally like was telling me like, dude, like Daniel, bro, you're a smart, like obviously my bro name's Daniel. He's like, Daniel, you're a smart guy, bro. Like I can't believe you're saying this like nonsense, you know? Like you gotta look at the bigger picture. So ever since then, like I started watching like, you know, right wing shit like that, and I was just like, whoa, dude, like it's crazy that like they're trying so hard to smear Trump and make him seem like he's a bad guy, you know? It's like, what the fuck is going on actually, you know? It literally makes you think like, what the hell's going on? And I think one of the biggest things for me was COVID. I think COVID was like the biggest. I think COVID was like the biggest wake up call, right? Because I remember like you see on the news like, oh my god, this many people are dead. The hospitals are overrun. There's dead bodies everywhere. There's dead bodies in the street. 100 million people are gonna die by the end of the year and shit. And then I remember like kind of early on in during the pandemic, I forgot whatever reason, but I had to go get some blood work done or some bullshit. I think I had like a checkup or something, but I had to go to the hospital because that's where they had the center. It was like the Quest Diagnostics bullshit. And I remember I went to the hospital and I was on the third floor and shit. We had a mask up, social distancing, this and that. Like you had to like, it was like way different. And then I remember I was at the hospital and I'm like, bro, where the fuck are all the dead bodies at? They're literally saying like everything's so overrun with dead bodies and shit. And then it's like fucking you find out later that hospitals were getting like, what was it, $3,000 per COVID death or COVID patient, whatever the fuck. Like every time they said they had a COVID death, or every time they said that COVID someone died of COVID in a hospital, they would get like a $3,000 like bonus or some shit from the government, right? So you're like, oh shit. So the hospitals kind of have an incentive to say like, oh my god, someone died of COVID, right? And I think the biggest thing for me was like the vaccine bullshit, right? Where all of a sudden, right, everybody all of a sudden, hey, get the vaccine, you get a free hamburger. Get the vaccine, you get a free eighth of weed, right? Oh my god, get the vaccine, you get this and that. You know, it's like everybody started pushing the vaccine, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, why are they trying so hard to get everybody to just fucking do this shit? And then certain places started saying like, yo, if you don't have the vaccine, you're not allowed to like. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? This is a Stoner Talk podcast. I should have done this from the beginning. They're saying like, if you don't have the vaccine, you're not allowed to fucking like enter this place or go back to work, whatever the fuck. Everybody has to be vaccinated. So it's like there's a lot of things in your like you start seeing when you're like, what the fuck? Like you see that this is happening and you see that this side is reporting that this is happening, but then you see that this side is saying like it's because of this guy, it's because of this guy, it's because of him, you know. Everything that's bad that's happening is because of this guy right here, you know. So you're kind of like, why are they trying so fucking hard to like smear this guy, dude? So I think COVID was a huge fucking wake up call for me, where I was like, yo, dude, like I really like fuck with Trump, you know. He was trying to open like Trump was trying to open the border, right? What was he saying? By Easter, we're gonna have the country open up by Easter. And then what was Doctor fucking stupid ass Dr. Fauci saying? Oh, second wave, the Delta variant, Omicron variant, fucking third wave. We're only in phase 1 of the pandemic, right? Future pandemics, this fucking bullshit, you know. So it's like, where it's like, dude, like, you know, like I don't even know. I lost so many friends and so many relationships of mine were ruined because of COVID, you know? Where like these people are saying like, oh my god, everyone's dying, everyone's gonna die, and you say one thing and it's like they never talk to you again, you know, they get so offended. Okay, that was weird. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was weird. Okay, but yeah, so it's like, um, yeah, so it's like everybody's like everybody was so divided during those years. Everybody was so isolated. So that was a huge wake up call. COVID, I would say. I don't think there's one person. There's literally not one person in this entire world who was not affected by COVID. Pretty weird. Maybe except for the babies that were born. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they were as well. Social distancing and all that. Who knows? And there's a lot of sad stories about people fucking like old like people dying during the pandemic, but because of like social distancing, they weren't able to see their loved ones. They died alone in a room. That was like the saddest shit. Like technically, my father died because he was murdered. He was murdered by COVID. So my dad passed away because of COVID, right? Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. My dad passed away because of COVID. It's not a good thing. I miss him a lot. Rest in peace. I was actually thinking about him every day. But he passed away because of COVID, and then it was obviously during 2021, so during the pandemic. But luckily, all my family was there. So it was me, my siblings, my mom, my dad, everybody, nieces, nephews, everybody. We're all there together. So he wasn't alone, and he was here at home. We didn't have him in the hospital. But then one of our neighbors, his dad died. Um, Basically, like he slipped. It was actually like my sister's neighbor, technically behind her. This dude was in the shower, slipped, hit his head or something, passed away. He died alone in the hospital. Or yeah, I think no, I'm sorry, he didn't pass away. He slipped, hit his head, and then they took him to the hospital, and then he passed away, and they weren't able to see him the whole time he was in the hospital because of the social distancing, COVID, right? And then I remember like the neighbor like went over to the yard, told my sister like, "Hey, heads up, like our father passed away, whatever the hell." Like we couldn't even see him, nothing like that. And it was just like, damn. I remember like one of the down the street, one of the kids that I went to school with, ended up passing away, yeah, cause not because of COVID or anything. And then like social distancing, all this and that. So it's like, dude, a lot of people are actually dying. Some people obviously because of COVID, but some people because of other reasons, and people are not able to visit their loved ones, not able to have funerals because of all these fucking stupid ass rules and shit, right? And then the people who are setting the rules upon us, like social distancing, saying like, people were saying like, hey, like, okay, like, no more. Every what's it called? Business has to operate at 25% capacity, right? Every liquor store, every gym, everything has to be fucking 15 people max, 10 people max. But then all of a sudden, Walmart's open, Target's open, right? Sam's Club's open, Costco's open. You're like, what the fuck? What the hell? That's kind of some weird shit. Where it's like everything's fucking closed except for Walmart. Oh, okay. All right. Really? That's funny. Okay. What the hell? So shit like that was kind of a trip. COVID, obviously, right? Everybody was isolated. Everything changed. Everything became very hyper polarized after COVID. And I think one of the biggest things that kind of makes you want to like, I guess, that kind of like turn me on, I guess, politically, I should speaking, I guess, is I would say more recently, right? So I remember that I was at my brother's birthday party. Oh, actually, same brother I was talking about. So hey, shout out, dog, love you with all my heart. So I was at my brother's birthday party, and then that's when my sister. I actually got a text from Brian first. I got a text from Brian first, and then my sister told me, she was sitting next to me, like, hey, heads up, like there was a assassination attempt on Trump, or Trump was hit. Or no, they said like, or like assassination attempt, Trump was hit. That's what they said first. Like, oh, and I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? I remember I was like, literally, I was kind of worried, like, oh, what the fuck happened? And then you see the video where like the shot, he goes down, crazy as shit. That's like, damn, like they want this fool like to lose so bad that they literally try to kill him. Like first they get that they do those bullshit charges on him, get his mug shot, right? And then after that they try to kill him. And then so it was just like damn, dude, like when was the last time they tried to assassinate a president, right? Was it John F. Kennedy? Fucking no, I'm sorry. It was fucking Reagan, no? It was Reagan? Reagan, right? I think Reagan when he got shot. Uh, so yeah, last time they tried to assassinate a president, Reagan, I think, and then now they're trying to kill Trump and shit. We're like, whoa, what the fuck? And then you go into that conspiracy bullshit where no motive came out, you know, no official story came out. Fucking nobody talks about it no more. And then you find out this kid was like in a BlackRock commercial, shit like that. That this kid had communication with the FBI or some shit, or he was in like an FBI building or some shit like that. Obviously, I'm not saying like that's for a fact or anything. Some weird shit like that, you know. So you're like, what the fuck? Like, what a weird like story, you know. And then later on, you find out like he's at his golf, fucking, was it his golf court? I guess what the fuck. And then someone's in the bushes with a rifle, and then Secret Service is able to fire shots at this person, and then they fucking ran or some shit like that. Like what the fuck? And you're like, damn, what the hell? Like crazy as fuck. And I think, okay, one thing that really like was very emotional. I remember like the night that Trump did that speech at I think the RNC, right? Where he was basically saying like, he's at the speech with all the people. He's like, it's a miracle that I'm here and everybody's trained and shit like that. He's like, I need to tell you guys something. Like, I'm not supposed to be here, you know? Like, I should not be alive right now. And then the whole crowd, bro, everybody just starts saying, like, yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I was literally like, what the fuck, dude? Like, one of the craziest fucking moments I think I've seen, like, of Donald Trump, you know? Pretty vulnerable, you know? Where he's basically saying, like, I'm very happy that I'm here right now, but I should be 100% dead. I should be dead right now. Trump literally said that. Like, imagine, like, it's pretty sad because he's like, he's a father, you know? He's a grandfather. He's a human being. Whether you hate him or whether you disagree with him, right? Like, why would you, like, wishing ill will, wishing death upon him? Like, that's kind of fucked up, you know? Like, that was so fucked up. He, like, especially considering his kids, his grandkids, you know? And, like, you know, the whole crowd, everybody in that fucking crowd, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You know, like, damn, so many people, like, love Trump, you know? Like, obviously, I'm a Trump fan. I'm not saying I'm a fucking, like, a worshiper or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, like, damn, so many people, like that fool, you know? Like, that was a fucking very, like, powerful moment. I remember, like, watching that speech the night that he gave that shit. And I was just like, damn, bro. Like, dude, people really, like, the enthusiasm for this guy is fucking crazy as fuck. So I was just like, that really made me, like my respect for Trump. Like, I was like, yo, I'm gonna have to fucking vote for this guy, you know? You know, like, I don't know. Pretty crazy. I really wanted to vote for him after that. But I would say, like, the main reason that I wanted to vote for Trump would be, like, all the war going on, bro. All that bullshit. Like, I don't really fuck with it, to be honest. Like, I don't really care about Ukraine. I don't really care about fucking Russia. I don't really care about Israel. I don't really care about Palestine, to be honest. I don't really care about China. I don't really care. I mean, Taiwan, maybe, because they say, like, they make, like, what, computer chips or some bullshit. But, like, I don't know why we can't make them here, or I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. So maybe, because that technically would affect the U.S. a lot, right? Or I don't even know. Who knows? But all the war going on, bro. All the war going on. I think that's, like, the fucking scariest bullshit, right? Especially when they talk about, like, the fourth turning, or the cycles of peace, cycles of violence, cycles of war, shit like that, right? Like, you know how Brian's, like, a kind of a Buddhist guy. He always talks about, like, cycles. Time is cyclical, you know. And then, like, political science talks about, like, every fourth generation, right? There's gonna be some sort of conflict or strife or some shit. You know, and technically we're, like, the fourth generation, or it's gonna be the next one. I don't know. And then it's like, that's, like, the scariest thing, right? Because what happened 100 years ago which is technically 4 generations ago, which would be, like, well, technically, yeah, like 3-4 generations ago. 100 years ago was when World War I broke out, right? Because technically we're what, 19? Because we're in 2024. So let's see, actually. So we're 2024, and 100 years ago was World War I. So World War I, let's see, was Oh, technically we're okay. Well, it already passed, but it was July 1914 to 1918, November 1918. So technically, it would have been 110 years ago. So like 4 generations ago, right? So like that was what was happening 110 years ago. World War I, right? And it's like here we are again with a fucking election that's being like contested, right? Like civil strife, war, and fucking multiple continents around the world. My thing is, obviously, I love my country. You know, I'm a fucking red-blooded, freedom-loving American. But I don't want to go to fucking war, dude. I don't want to go fucking fight in someone else's fucking country over fucking people that I don't even know, who don't even know I exist, right? Damn, still the same. Fuck, still the same. You know? So I am 100% against the war that is going on in all of it, right? So the one in Europe with Russia, Ukraine, right? The one in the Middle East, right, with fucking Israel and fucking Palestine and Lebanon and fucking what was it? Iran or Iraq or some shit, you know? All that shit. And the one going on in China, right? With fucking China, Taiwan, China, Philippines, whatever the fuck. All that shit. And I'm just against it, you know? And I do feel like the one side is fucking giving money to all of these fucking people. One side's giving money to Russia, one side's giving money to Ukraine, one side's giving money to Israel, one side's giving money to Palestine, one side's giving money to fucking China, and then the other side is basically has like a little bit of a fucking what's it called? Isolationist mindset, right? Where we shouldn't be fucking fighting other people's wars, and we shouldn't be giving them fucking all of our money, all of our fucking what's it called? Well, I guess money, right? Money, I guess. We shouldn't be fucking funding these wars, right? That's what one side is saying, right? So I'm just like, dude, I don't want to go to fucking war. I don't want to go to war. I don't want to get fucking drafted, dude. Like, like for me, like I like to make art. That's something I like to do, and I like I like my way of life that I have now. Where I just have work, I pay my bills, take care of my well responsibilities. I would say. I'm sorry, I'm burping right now. Responsibilities. Um, so it's like my life is like, I would say my life is good. I'm at a point where I'm okay right now. I've been trying to work on myself for these past few years, and I feel like I'm finally getting to a point where I'm okay. And I think that's why I've been kind of struggling, kind of like what my friend was saying. So, now I'm not gonna shout her out, but like all this time I've been trying to like make art out of sadness, right? So like make my music when I'm sad, draw when I'm sad, work out when I'm sad. But I'm at a point now where I'm like, I'm not fucking sad, like I'm not depressed, I'm not sad, I'm just chill, like I'm just chilling right now. Like, and it's kind of like, damn, maybe that's kind of it's not a bad thing. I'm good right now. But it's like I've been making art so long because I've been sad. So now that I'm like not sad, I'm like, damn, it's kind of hard to make art right now. I don't know what the fuck to do. It's kind of hard to work out too because I'm like, I don't really feel like working out no more. You know, I'm just chilling right now. That's how I feel. Like I'm just chilling. So I like my life right now. I think I'm good, and I wish this for my way of life to continue. I want to keep being able to just kick back, chill, relax. Um, I don't want like, all of a sudden, oh shit, attack on the USA, fucking, oh shit, 40,000 troops deployed in this country, oh my god, fucking US deploying the reserves, drafting shit like that. I don't want to go to war. And then with Donald Trump, I feel like there was like peace in the Middle East, technically, right? With those fucking Abraham Accords, right? Like, I feel like Donald Trump was not looking at that situation as a politician. He's kind of looking at it as a businessman, kind of strike deals, trying to strike bargains or some bullshit. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but I feel like it was more than what most politicians would do, with that war in Iraq or whatever the fuck after 9/11, right? Or whatever the fuck country. what? How many years? 10 years, 10 plus years, and then how many fucking American soldiers died? All of a sudden for the fucking Joe Biden to just pull out, or I'm sorry, I said Iraq, Afghanistan, or whichever fucking country. You know, they're all the same. They're all the same to me. They're all shitholes. Just one shithole after another, bro. But whatever country. But you know, for Joe Biden to just pull out, you know. And remember the video? What was that video? When it's like the U.S. plane was taking off, and all the people were just running after the plane because they knew once the Taliban took over, it was fucking lights out for all of them. Remember the people clinging to the plane and shit when it would take off, and you just see the people falling off to their death. Fuck, bro, that was fucking horrible. That was horrible. But yeah, dude, I definitely feel like, if you're anti-war, you know, you should probably vote for, you know, Mr. Trump, you know. All right, let me check one more time, bro. So I've been here for 50 minutes. I haven't even finished my drink, bro. I got off of work, like I'm saying. I've been off of work for almost 2 hours now, and I'm like, fuck, I haven't eaten since like 7, I think. And I'm fucking still the same shit. 267, 224. Updated at 241. Crazy. Let me check the live stream real quick. Let's see what it says. So I'm gonna turn on the live stream. What's included? Damn, a 9-hour live stream. They won? No, I don't think so. Trump win. Let's see. News. No, nothing yet. Well, technically, according to Al Jazeera, fuck Al Jazeera. Damn, The Hill. 5 takeaways as Trump wins White House for a second time. Oh, did he win actually? Oh, did he win? Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what the fuck is this? 16 minutes ago. Election Day 2024 live. Trump in victory speech vows richer, safer, and stronger U.S. So he did win then, I guess. A triumphant president-elect took the stage around 2:30 a.m. in local time in his West Palm Beach, Florida election night watch party to promise a bigger, better, bolder, richer, safer, and stronger future for America, vowing, "I will not let you down." Supporters in the room had cheered, applauded, and cried as Fox News screens in the room declared him the victor just before 2 a.m. Oh, so I guess he did. I mean, technically he won, right? That's God, one supporter said, pointing, apparently crying. Dude, so did he win? I guess Donald Trump won then. Woo! Yay. I'm high as fuck. Okay, let's see. That was according to New York Post, right? So according to The Hill. 5 takeaways as Trump wins White House for a second time, right? Former President Trump completed an extraordinary comeback early Wednesday morning, becoming the first president to win non-consecutive terms in more than a century by defeating Vice President Harris in an unprecedented battle for the White House. The comeback is remarkable for a host of reasons. Woo! So Trump won. Yay. Woo! I'm happy. Can you tell by my face? Okay, so Trump's political career seemed to be over after he sought to overturn his 2020 election defeat and spurred his supporters to march on the Capitol, an event that led to... Okay, fuck this bullshit. Trump's... Let's see. Okay, let me see. But Trump was buoyed up by a fervently loyal support base, most of whom believe his narrative have been unfairly victimized by corrupt political, legal, and media establishment. We overcome obstacles that nobody thought possible, Trump told supporters at West Palm Beach, Florida, in the early hours, calling his win a magnificent victory for the American people. He also gained from public dissatisfaction with President Biden's record. So I guess Trump won. Woo! Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah. Good shit. But technically, Harris hasn't conceded yet. So let me look up Harris. I'm gonna type in Harris win and then news. What the fuck? Okay, NBC News. Oh, this is a bullshit article because it's technically only for California, according to NBC. So it says California president. Oh, okay, okay. I'm sorry, I got the wrong one. So no, nothing yet. And then Al Jazeera, I'll just read this bullshit. U.S. election results live. Trump declares victory. Harris yet to concede. No, but it's still just showing the same thing. So 267. So he hasn't hit the 270 yet, right? So I guess he's declared victory, but it's not. So I guess it's not over yet. Because if I'm watching the... Well, let me just read the article yet. U.S. election results live. Trump declares victories. Harris yet to concede. So according to Al Jazeera, right? Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump has declared victory over Democratic rival Kamala Harris after being projected to win the key battleground states of Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia. The Republican Party is also projected by the AP to win control of the Senate back. So I don't know. What the fuck? So, okay, so it's not over yet. Because if you go to the official election results map, so election results. So it's still showing the same 267, 224. Trump 69,425,397 votes, and then Harris 224. Oh wait, I'm sorry. So Trump is at 267 electoral votes with 69,425,379 votes, and then Harris is at 224 electoral votes with 64,240,637 votes. That's pretty crazy. So I guess it's not over. I guess he hasn't won yet technically, but he's just declared victory. I feel like that's kind of like, I don't know. I don't think that's kind of like, that's not good, right? Because like what if he declares victory and then all of a sudden tomorrow morning, oh my God, Kamala, 300 electoral votes, right? I feel like that's what's going to happen. So it's not over yet. So I've kind of been here for an hour. I'll probably end it soon. And then I kind of gave my reasons why I'm voting for, Mr. Trumper. But I obviously feel like this is my opinions, right? That's just what I think. I was kind of predicting earlier that I think he's going to lose. And I don't know how I feel right now. I feel like it's kind of iffy, so in the air. But I kind of, there's I feel like a feeling that like there's a chance he's going to still lose, There's a chance he's going to there's a huge chance he's going to lose actually. So I don't know. So we'll see what happens. I'm probably going to end it soon. I mean, I don't know. How is that possible though? So if he's at 260, he's at 267. It's already, 1 a.m. Mail-in ballot votes. We'll see. So let me hit the flash in. I'm gonna end it there. Fuck you, you're a bitch. Thank you for watching. If you made it that far, if not, you're a bitch. Fuck you. Peace out.